at some point, my dad had got sentenced. He got like 20 years for that. And it took my mom a long time to come out of the hospital. And the day she came out of the hospital, before she went home, before she did anything, she came to my father's parents' house with the police, and she said, I want my damn kid. She's like, I'm here, you know, this is my son, and I want him. And she came and got me before she ever went home, and we went and moved to her parents' house, which was my grandma and grandpa as well, obviously. And we lived with them for probably like a year while my mom recovered and everything like that. And you know, in that year, my uncle lived right next door to my grandparents. I mean, this is down south, so it's kind of like everybody lives on the same land. You know, he had a place right next door to my grandma and grandpa. And you know, people down south, they're raised on guns. They tote guns. I mean, it's a normal thing to a lot of people down south. That's how that's just how they're raised, you know what I'm saying? They're raised on shotguns. They go out in the country, they shoot and all this and that. So my uncle, he toted a pistol all the time too. And after all the bullshit me and my mom had been through, we moved in. We're living up there with my grandma and grandpa. And everybody's up at my grandma and grandpa's one night. My uncle's over from next door. And he got into an argument with somebody. And I saw my uncle Earl, I saw him shoot someone right in front of my grandparents' house. He let off his pistol and shot somebody. And it was just like damn, I've seen two people get shot in a matter of a year. And two people I know get shot. You know what I'm saying? I think my mom, just all that stuff, she was just coming out of her situation. And, you know, just all the wild shit going on at that time. My father wanted like visitation in jail. He wanted my mom to bring me to jail, and the fucking court granted that shit. After him doing, you know, after all the bullshit he went through, some dumbass judge said, yeah, this kid can go visit his dad in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. I thought my dad was a fucking monster. After, you know, seeing what he had done to my mother, I was like, hell no, I don't want to go see my dad in jail. And just all this stuff was going on at once. Like I said, my uncle had shot someone right in my grandparents' property, and I saw that close up. I saw the person he shot bleeding all over the place. And I think my mom at that point was just like, I'm getting better now. I've been recouping for a year. I'm about to bust up and get the hell out of here. I mean, we gotta start a new life and just keep it moving, you know, get out of here. And she had my mom had a sister who lived in Detroit, and her sister was married, had 4 boys, and you know, I never had no brothers or sisters or anything like that. So she was like, we'll move up there. She's like, you love your cousins, you know what I'm saying? You guys can kind of come up together. We'll move up there right now, because my mom had after she got shot, she was disabled, so she couldn't work. She was taking, you know, she was on disability and everything like that. So we didn't really have money to just per se bust up and move somewhere. But my aunt and uncle, they took us in and they let us live with them. And we moved up here when I was in 4th grade, or right before 4th grade, the summer before 4th grade, I moved up here. And we moved in, so there was, you know, my aunt and uncle and their 4 kids. There's already 6 kids in the house, and then us. So you got eight people in the house, and it was, I mean, it was really generous of them. It was nice of them, but it became too much. I mean, the house wasn't like no mansion or anything. It was a little house, you know what I'm saying? So it became crowded. People started getting on each other's nerves. And my mom had applied for, came up here and applied for Social Security, disability, and all that. And she got that coming through. And, you know, she went around. She heard that out in Centerline they were building some, over in Centerline they were building some low-income type housing, like government subsidized housing, whatever you want to call it, and in this place called Lawrence Park. And she put us on a waiting list to get in there. And like I said, the tension, you know, in the meantime, although it was generous of them to move us in, we kind of, me and my mom started getting the feeling of not really so welcome in the house anymore, just because it was just so tense all the time. It was just so tense all the time that my mom was like, damn, I know we're waiting to get into this housing thing, all this and that, but we got to get out of here. Like, we got to get out of here like yesterday. You know what I mean? So we went and moved to a trailer park, and it was, matter of fact, it's a trailer park where they shot. You know, they ended up shooting 8 Mile over there. We actually lived in that trailer park for a while, and probably, I think, like half a school year. It was like 6 months or something. I living there. And trailer parks, man, are like fucking the white ghetto. It's just, it's ridiculous. And I had, when I first came up here from down south, mind you, I hadn't been up here that long. I still had a real thick drawl, accent, and everything like that. So, you know, kids in the trailer park are ruthless, man. They would fuck with me non-stop, man. Every day, it seemed like somebody would say something, and I bust them in their fucking mouth every time. I didn't even play, like, you know, you get fed up after a while. People, you know, I got picked on a few times, and it just got to the point where I just sock a motherfucker right in their mouth. And it got to the point where I couldn't even play outside because the whole trailer park wanted to beat me up. All these kids wanted to beat me up because I wouldn't mess with them. And they all, you know, their brothers living there, their cousins, and all these kids. So the timing was right anyway. That neighborhood, I couldn't live over there. And my mom got a letter in the mail and said we had been accepted into the, you know, Lawrence Park, into the housing hookup. And so we moved over to Lawrence Park between fourth grade and 5th grade. In between there, we moved into Lawrence Park, and finally got settled. You know, my mom was trying to find some type of stability in our lives because, you know, it was like from the time that happened, I was finishing 2nd grade. We moved from my mom and dad's house. I moved to his parents' house. Then my mom got out of the hospital, picked me up. We moved to her parents' house. Then we moved to my aunt and uncle's house. Then we moved to a trailer park. Then we moved to Lawrence Park. And in a matter of 2 years, I moved 6 times. You know, I needed stability. Her son needed stability to go to school. Between 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, I went to a different school every year. And when you're a kid, especially after going through all the stuff prior to that, all the traumatic shit, watching it and seeing it, and then you can't be stable in school, you know, it fucks you up.